Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. If you watched my last video, you know that I am breaking out the preacher bench. And if you didn't watch my last video and you wonder what the hell this is all about, there was a time in my life when I was mad bad voodoo. And mad bad voodoo was rolling, to say the least. Started his act on this. Listen to me, his act. I'm in vaudeville now. Started his little show on this preacher bench. And yeah, it's a little wobbly these days, but it's actually not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a couple videos for this. I don't know how many, maybe not many. Let me know in the comment section if you're digging it. If you're not digging it, then I won't do it. Want to talk about Putin? Vlad Putin, yes. Vlad Putin, the czar of the world czar. It's interesting for me to watch this whole world stage thing, shift. And I'm hearing things like Cold War, and we're returning to the Cold War. The Cold War has started over, and Putin, this and Putin that, Russia this and Russia that, and they're not calling them Soviets, but maybe they should. Here's the thing, and I'm smiling and kind of laughing about it because how many of us seen this coming? Well, I know Sarah Palin's seen it coming, and I know that Mitt Romney's seen it coming, but how many of us seen it coming? I know I did. I know a lot of you guys did. This is not a shock. It's not a shock. I mean, Putin's been moving in this direction for a very long time. But I'll tell you, I'm going to give some credit where credit. Listen, fuck those Russians. Fuck the commies. Listen, I grew up in an era where better dead than red. And I still feel that way. Although I smile at Putin because Putin has played this game right. He is the master on the listen, when he is meeting with the world leaders, including Obama, he is literally the smartest guy in the room. Make no mistake. That president of the Harvard Law Review, that constitutional scholar that we put into the Oval Office, he's a freaking amateur compared to Putin. Putin wakes up every day and laughs about Obama, laughs at Obama. Probably won't even take his phone calls. I mean, we don't know, but it wouldn't shock me if that was the case. The thing of it is this, if you watch what Putin has done, first and foremost, environmentalism, which you guys know, the environment is near and dear to my heart. You guys know this whole green movement is yeah, it's right there. It's so funny to watch how this whole thing played out because you had Western Europe who were really literally walking themselves down the garden path. They weren't being led by Putin. Putin was laughing, but they walked their own asses down the garden path. That whole green nonsense just sucked them right in. So as they were moving away from fossil fuels and coal and whatnot, well, the funny thing about it is that here's how it all played out. Okay, they were getting away from coal. All right, they were getting away from coal, and they started dabbling into some real nonsense like solar and wind and some other stupid shit that wasn't really working. And they played at that for a long time. But meanwhile, what happened was Russia, Mother Russia, was exploiting its natural resources like any smart, underlined smart country that doesn't hamstring their own damn selves does. Okay, yes. I'm going to say it like that because that's exactly what I mean. Okay, so Putin and Russia was exploiting its natural resources, including enormous amounts of natural gas. Okay, well, what did they do? Well, they built a pipeline right into Western Europe of natural gas. So while these Western Europeans, these geniuses, that by the way, a lot of liberals in the United States they look lovingly at what the Western Europeans do. And they model everything, all their the socialist ideas and stuff are modeled after that. What Western Europe does, and how when Germany was doing its thing with the solar and the whole windmill stuff, that's all I ever heard about. Well, look at Germany and what they're doing, with their power. So anyway, Putin's feeding them. He's getting them addicted to the natural gas. Because ultimately, that whole wind and solar bullshit, now you can see what Germany got away from that. It was like, this fucking crazy shit ain't working. But the thing of it is that Putin got them on the alternative, which is a steady supply of that Russian natural gas. Plentiful. And not even all that cheap, but plentiful. And basically got them addicted. I mean, literally, he got him addicted, which, you know, was a brilliant freaking move. A brilliant freaking move. It really was. I love it. In fact, I mean, as a chess player, I seen that and I'm just like, checkmate. You know? Because it gives him all the freaking trump cards. All of them. Because energy, here's the thing, you know, and how we've all been so bamboozled by these green lunatics is beyond me. But, you know, it is what it is. So there's no sense in revisiting all that. But the thing of it is this, you know, Putin has taken advantage of all of that. He really has. He has taken advantage of all that. And so has China in a lot of ways. So we're in a situation where, you know, Putin, he listens to the West talk their nonsense about, you know, they're going to do this embargo and this and that and fucking, you know, and he laughs. Vladimir laughs his ass off. And he's like, you know, hey, we're just going to raise the price of natural gas just a little bit. You know, oh, we'll cut your asses off. How do you like that? Sad. In fact, the whole Ukraine thing cost us about $1 billion because he raised the price of their natural gas. Guess who paid it? And we might as well just wheelbarrowed the money over to Putin and said, here you go, Vlad. You know, I've been talking for years about energy. Years. And very, very, very few people have been listening. Everybody's been listening to what, you know, the Obama administration's been saying. Everybody's been listening to what Mother Jones has been saying, what MSNBC's been saying, what CNN's been saying, and all this stupid shit. And look where we're at. You know? And one of the funniest things, though, for me, and sorry, when I say funny, I really mean tragic, but, you know, is I can very vividly remember Hillary, oh God, I could have went all day without mentioning Hillary's name, but I can vividly remember watching Sarah Palin and Mitt Romney talking about Vladimir Putin and talking about, you know, going forward with foreign policy and what Putin's going to be doing and this and that. And I can still remember Obama, you know, the anointed one, saying things like, laughing, literally laughing, and by the way, laughing and then having the media chime in on the laughing about how Sarah Palin and Mitt Romney, they're living in a different world and they're living in the past, and the past is gone, the Cold War's over, and all this stupid shit. And you had Sarah Palin going, look, I can see this shit from my front porch. So what the fuck? Out my back window, I can see this shit's gonna happen. And people called her an idiot. And including some people that on YouTube that I actually know and respect, but they just don't seem to get it either. I think they're secret closet Kool-Aid drinkers, you know. I don't even know that they're in the closet, but they're definitely drinking Kool-Aid. They don't claim it's Kool-Aid. They tell you it's Jack on Rocks or something, but it's Kool-Aid. You know, I mean, you know, they call Sarah Palin an idiot, really, when she was right on everything she said. Spot on. Oh, but she doesn't know what newspaper she reads. She don't need to read no fucking newspaper. She can see the Russians. and she can tell you what they're doing. And guess what? She was right. She was right. I just wish one of those people would say, I still believe she's an idiot, but yes, I admit that she was right. But they won't even do that. They won't even do that. You know, it's pathetic, actually. But yeah, Obama, now most of them won't even say that most of them will tell you that, listen, you want to talk about some people that have selective memory on how they were talking about Obama? I can point to about 10 motherfuckers right now. On YouTube. And elsewhere. Yeah. No, they don't go, I never said that about Barack Obama. I never said that about him. Bullshit. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You thought he was all that in a bag of chips. Well, guess what? Worst president? Raise your hand. Worst president ever? I'm still, listen, although I was a kid when Jimmy Carter was president, I still remember that misery index. Well, you know, come to think about it, it's pretty miserable nowadays. So, we should have that debate. Somebody needs to go down the line, Carter versus Obama. Carter versus Obama, and we should have a definitive answer who is actually the worst. And I know Obama's got 2 more years. He could turn some stuff around. Pigs could fly, and I don't know. But I mean, ultimately, well, Carter only had one term, so I guess we could match those first. I still hate Carter, but God, you know, it's such a hard one. I think they're equally retarded. I really do. I think they're equally retarded. I think that Obama and Carter are equally, in their own ways, the worst president we've ever had, ever. You know, and so it's so funny when I hear people talk about Sarah Palin. I mean, really? Even if you thought, with the things that you thought, now that you know you were wrong about that, but even if you thought that, would we have been any worse off today? Would it even be possible? No! It would not be possible. Anyway, listen, I don't know how long I've rambled on, but I'm sure plenty long enough. And only my hardest core supporters are still with me. And so I will talk to you. I really appreciate all the love and support you've given me over the years. And it has been a lot of years. It's just crazy how the years just keep cranking by. I will never sell this bench. I will never sell this bench. And every now and again I'll sit on this little throne of mine and I will talk my absolute nonsense to the world and to my friends and my fans and my followers and my supporters. Yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think. Chime in. Show Sarah Palin some love. And you know, and even hey, I wasn't a huge fan of Mitt Romney. All I ever said was he was a million times better than Barack Obama, and I stand by that. But, you know, let's be honest. Put down in the comment section, do you think we would have been better off with Mitt Romney? Because I think unless you've got a main line of Kool-Aid into your veins, and I don't know that there's not very many people that do anymore, I don't think. It would be hard, you would be hard pressed to say that we would not have been a lot better off with Mitt Romney. So anyway, we are stuck with who we have. It is what it is. There are people who, listen, there are people who legitimately feel like he's been good to them. And if you're making your money off the government tit, life is good. Life is good. And now, by the way, in those people's defense, I know every time I'm going to end something, in the defense of the people who are making their money off the government tit, and you know, think that life is good. In their defense, they also believe that all of us should be living off the government tit. I've met a few of them. I have. And you know, they're not selfish at all. They're not apologetic for sucking off the government tit, but they believe that we should all be sucking off the government tit. And you know, and there were times when I used to explain to them how, you know, very few people who suck off the government tit can actually make a living doing it. So, for example, if you're on welfare and you're living in government housing and you're on government cheese and all that stuff, you're not really doing well. You know, you're not. It's a pathetic and sad system, really, designed to use you as slaves, to use you for your vote, and to give you just enough to keep your one nostril, not both, but one nostril above water, and get you addicted to that, and get you so scared that if that was taken away from you, you'd be screwed. So you'll keep voting these idiots into office. So I think I've had that discussion before. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. Everybody take care. See ya!